I want to talk today a little bit about title fraud. Title fraud is a growing problem, and a few years ago, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, we didn't have too much of this, or at least you didn't hear about it very much, and it's becoming a growing problem. And so recently, NAR put out a new consumer guide regarding title fraud, and that would be something that would apply to any real estate, whether it's residential, commercial, land, whatever it might be. And so I thought that I would go over this with you, and as I've done with some of these other previous consumer guides, I'm going to basically read this. I may add some comments as we go along, but we'll see. So let's get started. Let's just jump in. Consumer Guide, Understanding and Protecting Yourself from Title Fraud. Title fraud is a serious crime that can be overlooked and result in a property owner unknowingly losing the title of their property. Here's what you need to know about title fraud: how it happens, who's most at risk, and how you can prevent it from happening to you. What is title fraud and how is it different from other scams? Title fraud, or deed theft, is when someone illegally transfers the title or deed of your property without your knowledge, often using forged documents or fake IDs. The criminal's goal is to steal your money by making it seem like someone else owns your property or that you transferred your property to someone else. When left unaddressed, title fraud can result in foreclosure or eviction, even if you still live in the house. How can someone steal my home's title? A scammer might forge your signature to transfer the property's title to themselves using a fake ID and file it with the local recorder's office. This makes it appear that you willingly transferred over the title of your home to them and they now own it. Another scenario is where a scammer attempts to list and sell a property or take out a loan against it, claiming to be the owner. Fraudulent filings can be difficult to spot unless someone is actively monitoring public records. What are some red flags that could indicate title fraud? Scammers often target properties that are unoccupied or do not have a mortgage, but there are specific behaviors that can signal something is wrong. Warning signs include a seller who is offering a vacant property for significantly less than its market value, who communicates only through electronic means while avoiding phone or video conversations, or insist on using their own remote notary to close the sale. These tactics are designed to avoid detection and can be a sign that the transaction or even the seller is fraudulent. Agents who are realtors can help you avoid instances of potential fraud by working with trusted title and escrow companies, guiding you through secure transactions, and helping make sure your ownership is properly recorded and protected. How can I protect myself from title fraud, especially when buying a home? If you currently own property, ask your local county if they offer fraud alerts for property documents. Periodically check online tax and property records and keep your ownership records in a secure place. When buying, make sure a full title search is done and consider purchasing owner's title insurance, a common step during the process of buying your first home. You should verify wiring instructions by phone to avoid related scams during the transaction process. What does title insurance do? Title insurance protects you from title-related issues, including fraudulent claims on a home. One of its key protections is legal defense and loss coverage in the event that someone else claims to own your property because of a forged deed. In fact, if you are financing your home with a mortgage, most lenders will require title insurance because it protects them from defects in the title and ensures that documents are valid and enforceable. What are some of the warning signs that I might be a victim of title fraud? Warning signs include if you stop receiving property tax bills or receive mail for someone else at your address. Unexpected notices from banks or government offices may also be a sign that someone has tampered with your home title. What should I do if I think I'm a victim of title fraud? Alert the FBI via the Internet Crime Complaint Center. Contact your local police and speak to a real estate attorney as soon as possible. Report the fraud to your county recorder and notify your title insurance provider if you have coverage. Acting fast can help limit the damage. You may also want to place a fraud alert or credit freeze on your accounts to prevent further identity misuse. Practices may vary based on state and local laws. Consult your local real estate professional and/or attorney for details about state law where you are purchasing a home, and visit facts.realtor for more information and resources. And so I will put a link to this consumer guide in the description below. I will also put a link to my website if you have any questions that you might have for me. You might also check out my YouTube channel. I have a lot of videos on there, a lot of consumer guide videos, a lot of videos about real estate in general. If you have other questions, it could be that there could be some useful resources there. One comment I do want to make on this is it talked about title insurance, and especially if you have a lender involved, the lender will almost universally require you to have title insurance. However, that title insurance is for the lender only. You have to elect to have title insurance yourself to cover yourself for your loss. And so often when they're having a closing, they will offer the opportunity for you to have title insurance as well. And I think that that is a very good idea. I always recommend to all of my clients that they should do it. As I said, the lender generally is going to require it for themselves, but that does not necessarily cover you. In fact, in most cases, it will not cover you. It covers them and not you. And so I think it's a good idea. The title fraud is increasing, not decreasing, and I think that it's something that everyone should do. So I generally recommend it. I do have clients that generally decline it, and so that happens, and that, I guess that's up to you. If you feel like you want to, that is not a big enough risk or whatever it might be, that's up to you, but I do generally recommend that. And that's really about it for now. That's just, I think, a very important topic for us to be aware of right now. So I am David McCoy with Otimo Properties based here in Louisville, Kentucky. I am a licensed real estate broker in Kentucky and in Indiana. And if you have other questions, reach out to me through the comments, or you can go to my webpage or you can reach out to me in other ways too. So I probably have my contact information in the description as well. And that's it, my friends. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you next time. Take care. Bye.